Did you know thousands of people try to rob casinos yearly? That's the reason why they have such stringent security and a team of people watching every camera in the building. You see, the most winnable casino games include blackjack, craps, and slots. But did you know that there's a casino game with 100% winning odds? That game is Roulette. Now, it's obvious that nothing in the casino has 100% winning odds other than you losing all your money and getting yelled at by your wife. But for a very secretive man named Niko Tosa, winning wasn't only a hope or even a guarantee. Winning was his career. Now, most people beat casinos on games like blackjack with card counting and use tricks to beat the slot machines. But Niko was a grandmaster genius at beating the casino. Niko understood that to make the odds even and bring them closer to his favor, he would need to scope out casinos and find out exactly what the arrangement was and what the security looked like. Niko would spend his time being a regular and betting little sums of money while keeping his eyes on the holy grail of casinos, the roulette wheel. You see, roulette is simple. You place your chips on these spots on the table, red, black, or numbered. Then the employees will use this spinning wheel and a small ball to randomly select a number with a color. In most cases, the best odds at the table are 18/37, with black having 18 spots and red having 18 spots, but green the 0 being the outlier where only the casinos win. This gives the average player about 48.6% chance to win. Not quite fair, but Niko asked, can I make this game fair? No, wait, can I make this game favor me? And that's when it all started to click. Niko would model his approach to roulette on predictive mathematics, and his genius would allow him to predict the ball's landing spot all in his head within a few seconds. Now, look at this video and tell me where you think the ball is gonna land. Take a second, pause the video, and guess a number. Now that you have your spot in mind, were you correct? Probably not, unless you're literally Niko or just cheated by skipping ahead. While most people would struggle to break even playing roulette, Niko had one trick up his sleeve: consistency. You see, the casino is smart. They switch out their cards and dice on a very regular basis. But the roulette wheel is left on the floor of casinos for decades. And this is where its flaws can be utilized best. The wheel and its landing spots begin to deteriorate, and little pieces break off over the years of use. Niko realized that anything that has consistency, albeit varied results, can be predicted. But the question is, how did Niko beat the roulette wheel? While Niko has remained adamant on his privacy and keeping most of his techniques to himself, experts have surmised that his system utilized 3 techniques in order to win. Now pay close attention because this is where the balls come into play. The first technique is crucial to get right: timing. When a roulette ball is put on the table to spin, Niko and his associates would wait in order to make sure they can see exactly what curvature and angles the ball is moving in. And in many cases, they would wait up to 6 seconds to place a bet, which is insane when you look at just how fast the ball moves around the table. It's exactly at this moment when Niko and his associates would utilize technique number 2, the neighbor rule. You see, the rule is quite simple. You wait for the ball to start slowing down. While it's slowing down, you quickly place your bets near where you think the ball is about to land. So if the ball is slowing down and it looks like it's about to stop at 12, you'd put your chips down anywhere from 10 to 15. And in some instances, Niko and his associates would put down as many as 15 bets in one go, trying to get that 35-1 odds win, which would pay out $3,500 when placing $100 on the right number. And I'm sure you're thinking, wait, he's just guessing where the ball will stop? Isn't that basically what all gamblers do when playing roulette? Not quite. You see, Niko had one massive statistical advantage that I mentioned earlier: consistency. His time spent patiently waiting and watching the casino would allow him to discover flaws and weaknesses within the roulette wheel itself. These flaws look like chipped curves, bumps, and other such imperfections that would lead to a predictable spin on the ball. With all his techniques and mastery of the wheel, Niko and his associates would hit up casinos all over Europe. And on one fateful day in 2001, Niko and his associates would get into a London casino early in the day and walk out later that night with over $1.2 million within just a few hours of play. And after all was said and done, that day Niko would only say, "I wish I had taken more." With all of this unfolding, casinos all over the world began to upgrade and repair their roulette tables in order to make them much better and unpredictable. From changing the slant of the pockets to completely removing the balls and the wheel in place for electronic machines, the casinos would play a cat and mouse game with many would-be Nikos even till this day. This would all make players better and hungrier to find new cheats within the roulette wheel, using things like AI and algorithms to beat the electronic version of the game. Well, that's it folks. If you enjoyed, please subscribe. Thanks!